Just want to pop in to say that thank you all for watching my videos the past few weeks or months or even years, and to those who have came up to me to say that how my work have inspired them on their own journey. I'm so grateful because I didn't know whether anyone is actually watching, right? The whole time you're just looking on the screen and you're looking at all these numbers, 1K views, 2K views, and you don't actually know the people behind the views. So last night I went out, I went to the gym, and a nice girl named Rico actually came up to me to tell me about how my work has inspired her. So if you're watching this, thank you so much for coming up to me, because I need, this kind of reminders that who I'm talking to is not just myself, but actually people around Singapore, people that are around me, people whom I've never met before. And this amazing little thing called social media is now bringing us together. And I'm able to put out the work that I've been working on for the past few years into, a short 8-minute video just for someone to take what they need and leave the rest. I'm very grateful for the platform that I have. So this video will be about gym workouts, some of the playlists that I played over the years that have motivated me into becoming the person I am today, and also some of my trade setups, what I look out for when I'm looking at this trade. And it's a 1:8R, which is amazing. For me, I feel like the current method that I have is kind of bulletproof. So I hope that what I'm sharing right now will be something of value or substance to anyone who is studying trading. And to the other guy who I didn't get the name of outside the club after drinking, thanks for watching my content and keeping up with your trading journey. I hope to see you guys on the other side. For now, enjoy this video that I filmed on the last week of March or so, and more content to come. Make sure to subscribe.
So here's how I explain it to kids. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Key to understanding economics. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Marketplace is also described as reality. Reality, the marketplace. Now, it takes time. It takes time to bring value to the marketplace, but we don't get paid for time. It's very important for kids to understand, as well as adults. We don't get paid for time. Mistakenly, the man says, well, I'm making about $20 for an hour. Not true. Not true. If that was true, you could just stay home, have them send your money. No, it's not true. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you put in the time. So we don't get paid for time, we get paid for value. Now, since that's true, here's one of the key questions of the afternoon. Is it possible to become twice as valuable and make twice as much money in the same time? Is it possible to become 3 times as valuable as you now are and make 3 times as much money in the same time? Is that possible? Of course, if you want to really emphasize something, that's a good phrase to it. All you have to do to earn more money in the same time is simply become more valuable. Starts at $4. Now somebody said, well, should be 5, should be 5. Well, maybe. If you're going to stay at the bottom for the rest of your life, it probably should be 5. But that's kind of a pitiful way to live. Start and not grow. Start and not change. Start and not become more valuable. Hey, the whole scenario of life is to start, number 1, and what? Become more valuable, number 2. Would a company pay somebody for 1 year's work $52 million? And the answer is, of course. This is one of those of course places. Of course. If you help a company make $1 billion, would they pay you $52 million? The answer is, of course. It's chicken feed. I mean, it's not much money. Now, why would we pay somebody only $4 an hour? They're not very valuable to the marketplace. Now, we got to make that distinction, to the marketplace. Reality is, if you're not very valuable, you don't get much money. Those are called the facts. Well, then how do you get more money? Simple answer. Somebody says, well, I'll go on strike for more. Here's a major problem with that. Here's a major problem with that. You can't get rich by demand. Somebody says, well, I'm waiting for a raise. Why not just become more valuable rather than wait? I'm telling you, that's the key to all good things. Becoming more valuable. See how this works? I'm telling you, this stuff is so easy. How far is it from 4 to 5? I'm telling you, it's not far. $4 to $5 an hour? If you work for McDonald's, haul out the trash, they'll pay you $5 an hour. If you whistle while you haul out the trash, they'll pay you $5 an hour. I'm telling you. You'll get an extra $1 just for a good attitude. Yay, McDonald's. $5. And then you just keep becoming more valuable, more valuable, more valuable. Now let me give you the secret. Show said, here's the secret, Mr. Rohn. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. You say, well, how come he's got pennies in his pocket and nothing in the bank and behind on his promises? Well, I was a hard worker, but I was working hard on my job, not on myself. I'm telling you, if you'll learn that simple little principle and start the process today, latest tomorrow, I'll give you tonight to think it over. I'm telling you, you can so dynamically change your income, and economics is the least of the values that you can start earning in terms of equity if you'll start working harder on yourself than you do on your job.
Today's breakfast, we're having scones. How do you say scones?
Scones.
Again?
You say scones like it's like London. Scones less posh. You know when someone's like not from the UK but then they try and emulate. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like the British accent.
You're just saying I'll try too hard. Scones.
It's scone. Yeah. The scones look plus.
So does it like put you off? Do you feel like, oh,
No, of course.
when I say scones?
No, of course not. Scones.
Scones.
Scone. It's a nice scone now. It looks good. You got you want to get it closer, baby?
Flour, yes.
Got a flour on it.
Was it from you? Did you secretly tell the kitchen to...
I did. Yeah. I thought it'd be a special announcement.
announcement? What? Okay, this is it. This is the best I can do with my hair right now. And I don't smoke banga. So coming into Thursday looks like it's creating the low of the week, right? We have a feeling of this new week opening gap. ES, NQ, and YM has not reached into it yet. This is a test position. So right now I don't trade London. So I placed a position, like a placeholder position, to check if market is moving the way I expect it to. And you can see from here that price tapped into without taking out my stop loss and then reach lower into the 50% of new week opening gap, testing out this theory, right? Which also tells me that, okay, price is going to move properly today and not give me, some whipsaw action, right? So on M5, we found a fair value gap that appeared on all three of them. So this to me says that price is ready to go higher. When I'm going through all this process, right, I'm just watching price move towards the PD array that I am expecting. So I'm just marking out price levels that I want to see price react off of. And if it does, then I'm confident that my PD arrays are being respected. So at 10:30, so it has taken out daily high for ES and NQ, while YM stays underneath London high. So at 10:57, I'm just waiting for price to give me more signs before I take a shot down into lower prices. So going down into the minute 1 time frame, you can see we have high, higher high, higher high, high, higher high, lower high, and then high, lower high, lower high. So this is already a crack in correlation. So at 11:10, which is the macro timing, I placed a trade on NQ with the target at the previous minute 5 discount array, right? So at 11:30, we got 1:1 after price just gyrate for 20 minutes. So move a stop loss to break even the moment it pushed away like this. And then if I want to push into TP2, it would be a 8R. So I just like to draw it out. So at 11:40, this was how the chart looks like. And I'm waiting to 12 a.m. So usually I like to close out all my trades by 12 a.m. New York. 12? 12. 12. 12. So I've been moving stops aggressively and I do not want to see any structure break as we're going into 12 a.m. This is where I put my stop loss. So now we are seeing price move into the minute 5 fair value gap. So you can see it's also overlapping with the new day opening gap and new week opening gap, which is understandable why price is slowing down when it reaches into these gaps that was given in the beginning of the week or the beginning of the day, right? So at 11:48, I continued to move my stop loss lower, and then I got stopped out at 11:50 macro for a 1:3. Okay, so that is already like my trading method, and I want to be out of the markets by 12. So you can see at 12, it gave a major pullback, and that, that testing of getting is the 1:8R is just a placeholder for me to study the markets more. So the full take profit I was looking at is this 1:8. There we have it. So the entire PM session, it was just doing this whole move, and then it gave us the full 1:8 at 8 a.m. Asia session. This is what I like to look in the markets even though I'm out of the trade. I just want to see how it reacts to the levels that I've marked up.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
大大，小小就好，小小。大大好，大，这个很大，哇，这么大。